Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The daily puzzle today is a two mover. White's turn here and checkmate in two moves. And of course, we got a lot of heavy machinery here, all these pieces versus the king. And black only has this little bishop to defend with and the pawn, which is, by the way, going down in the diagram. So obviously white is winning here, but how can we do it in only two moves? Well, pause the video and see if you can find this one out on your own. And when you return, I will give you the right answer. Go ahead. All right, welcome back. So, okay, there's no point in moving this bishop. It's a dark square. It doesn't give us anything really to move it. So we don't have to look into that. What about checking here with the rook? Well, if we move this away from the third rank, then we will allow the black king to escape. And from here, he can go to many different squares, and we don't have any checkmate at all. So moving this one within the third rank doesn't threaten anything really. It threatens not to checkmate here because the black bishop is guarding that one. So there's no point really in moving this rook either. So okay, what about the queen then? If we give a check, well, then we allow the black king to escape to b5. And from there, he has some options further, which means this is not a checkmate. He can just go away somewhere like this. And for sure, we have a checkmate here, but that is in three moves in total, and we want to do it in two. Okay, so perhaps what about queen c5? That really threatens a checkmate here with the rook. Also threatens a checkmate here with the queen. Or here, if the black bishop goes away, perhaps takes this one, then we can checkmate up here. So is that good enough? No, it's not, because black play bishop c7, and that is a check. Because our king, as you see, is in a dark square. So if we move our queen, we will allow black to check here, which will set us back one move, and we won't do it in two moves in total. So it means really we have to keep this queen staying here at e5 also. All right, last piece. We have to move this rook somewhere. Perhaps we can take here. That is threatening a lot of checkmates here. It's threatening checkmate down here. It's threatening also the rook here. A lot of things. And the black bishop cannot go here because there's no check. But the problem is he has to check here also. When we move our rook, we open up for the bishop to checkmate on h4, which again will set us back one move. So what is the right solution then? Well, of course, we need to move the rook still, but we have to watch out for the bishop to h4. So the correct starting move is rook to h7. It doesn't look like much, but this is the key move. Now, if black checks here, we will take it with our rook, and this is actually a checkmate. All of these ranks are covered by our heavy pieces, so that is not possible. Okay, are we really threatening something else? Well, if the bishop moves away from this diagonal here, instead moves here or here, well, then we have a checkmate with the rook to h4. Okay, what about this moving the bishop all the way here? Then there's no checkmate on h4 because you can put the bishop in between. But on the other hand, we can simply take this bishop, and this is a checkmate. Okay, so what if he moves the bishop in this diagonal then? So what happens if he ends up on h4? But what if he plays, say, bishop g5? Well, all of these bishop moves on this diagonal allows us to checkmate with our queen on a5. So it turns out it's not possible for black to move the bishop. All right, let's see. The king cannot move anywhere. So what happens if they move the pawn? One step. Well, then he opens up for our rook to come back to a7, and this is a checkmate. And of course, if he moves two steps, it will be the exactly same rook a7 checkmate. So it turns out when we play our rook to h7, we are not threatening any checkmate, but this is a Zugzwang. Black has to move something, and whatever he moves, he opens up for us to find a beautiful checkmate in the next move. So the correct key move, rook h7, hands up if you managed to get that one. Write a comment on it on the video, and congratulations to you. So thank you everybody. See you again tomorrow. Bye bye.